So I made a video about countries that I felt safe traveling to as a black woman, and I got this comment, so I thought I'd do a quick rundown. But quick disclaimer, everyone's experience is different in each country, in different cities, and regardless of where you go, even if you feel it's the safest in the world, make sure you take precautions regardless. Okay, first I have the Philippines. So I was actually with a friend. I honestly didn't have any issues in the Philippines where I went. So I went to Bohol and Cebu. I did have a few questions about like my hair, it was braided and stuff like that, but nothing. I felt okay. Number 2, Ghana. So Ghana's a funny one for me because I did some boarding school in Ghana, and I've gone back to Ghana quite a bit. I also have like family, friends, like aunties and uncles there, so I feel like I'm never truly alone in Ghana, even though I do go out by myself. But I've heard really good things about Ghana from other black travelers, so yeah. 3, I have Cyprus. So I went with my family for a destination wedding and we had a good time, so yeah. Number 4 is Portugal. So I've been to the Algarve and I've been to Madeira. The Algarve I was with 2 friends and we were all black, and the Madeira I went solo. I had a really good time in the Algarve. I love the Algarve. Madeira I loved as well. Very different. I did have like this incident in Madeira which I thought was racist, but I actually did feel safe in Madeira. Some guy just came up to me saying something negro, but I actually don't know what he said because he's talking Portuguese. Overall, I had a good time. Number 5 is Japan. So I went to Japan with a friend. We had a really lovely time. I really like Osaka. Like, Tokyo is nice, but Osaka is up there for me anyway. Number 6 is South Korea. So I spent a year teaching English in South Korea, and so I went to quite a few places in South Korea, but I moved abroad obviously by myself, but I joined with the EPIC program, so I was with so many other people, like Korean co-teachers. Yeah, so I didn't really have any issues personally, you know. Number 7 is Austria. So I went with a friend and we had a good time. Number 8 was Greece, Crete, and I went solo. I didn't have any issues in Crete, to be honest. I just ate in Crete. That's all I did. Number 9 is Turkey. So I hosted a group trip to Istanbul, Cappadocia, and Antalya, and some of you lovely people joined me. And we had a good time. So I didn't put Istanbul there because I did have like a very awkward moment in a taxi, should I say, a time when I did feel a bit unsafe in a taxi in Istanbul. But aside from that, Istanbul was actually very nice. I really enjoyed it. And then Antalya and Cappadocia, I had a good time. Like, I feel like we had a nice time. I may be doing another group trip to Turkey next year, so keep your eyes open for that. Number 10, Malta. So I went to Malta solo and I had no issues in Malta either. Number 11 is Italy, and I went to Cinque Terre. I was there solo, and I have seen some people talk about Italy, being black and going to Italy and not having a positive experience, but I personally actually had a nice experience in Cinque Terre in Italy. Number 12 is Croatia. So I went to Zadar. I went solo and I had a really nice time, had no issues whatsoever. And number 13 is Scotland. So I went to Edinburgh and I went solo and I had no issues in Edinburgh either. That's the rundown, and I hope that's been useful.